welcome to the finale of Spire of Euclid. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day as we wrap up the first of all of our campaigns for our Phase 2 wrap-up. We are now officially on the road to the Phase 2 finale. Let me go and unmute and say howdy to everyone. Howdy. Howdy, y'all. How y'all doing? Hips hat.
Hello?
Whoa. Hello. Howdy, cowboys. How's it rootin' tootin'?
Shooting and looting.
Huh?
I'm sick.
Summer is Putin.
Super Summer is
5
Putin.
Summer. I don't want to get
Hell
up.
yeah,
Let's just do it down
dude.
low.
I'm doing a download today.
Let's do it. Let's do it chill. What got you sick, Summer?
Allergies.
Allergy. Oh my god, I hate allergy. It is the worst. Hold on one second. I'm gonna check.
Hey Scott, you want to trade deviated septums, dude?
That won't solve anything. We'll just have them probably curve the opposite direction.
Fuck.
Ew. See what we got here. Oh yeah, you guys were fighting off against this ooey gooey boy. This lovely little pile of pudding. Look at him. His beautiful little melted face. He's trying to run a...
It's like a plan.
Yeah,
I can't see.
He's trying to zoom
I
in
light a
some.
torch.
Wait a minute.
I don't have. Why don't I have vision anymore? What happened?
Oh, that's because I gotta go ahead and give you a little scoot. I might have to give you all a little scoot. Hold on one second. That's a roll 20 thing. Scoot.
Oh god, I see again.
Yes.
I can only
Yeah.
see me and Dirk because I have use of his token. I'm going to abuse.
I
Yes.
snuffed my torch.
Okay, good. Thank God. No one actually tried lighting the thing on fire. Also, I gotta get over to Dirk and remove Summer's ability to control that, because that's not
like that at all.
okay. That's not okay. I don't like that either, dude.
Oh,
Summer.
I go into DM mode. I give it back.
No, you don't. I remove Summer from DM mode.
No.
I remove sniper rifle from Summer.
No.
I give sniper rifle back to Summer.
Wow.
And that would have been fucked. If it
That's
was
that's
live.
actually the last session of phase 2 is I get the sniper rifle out and I take everybody and the campaigns down with me.
Yeah, that's exactly. All right, so Momo is here, but will explain things to us via text, but can hear us just fine. Hi, Momo. Hope you're doing well. Just type out everything you want to do, like you're playing like an old-fashioned. What's those games?
Like
called?
a mud?
Yeah, like a mud, like an old-fashioned.
What was the
mud.
original one?
Like Zoop or Zool or something like that.
Zork?
Dork.
Is it Zork? That sounds right.
Zork is, yeah.
Something with a Z.
That's the one with the Gru, right?
The Gru.
Open
Yep.
mailbox.
Yeah.
People were really scared of the fucking Gru.
I'm scared of the Gru. It's just terrifying.
That is, I'm like, man, that's pretty good. Yeah, there was a lot. I knew it began with a Z. So, all right. Well, the good news is, Hayo in this lovely combat gets to go first. So, as a brief recap, you all have been invited to a lovely dinner party by the Gourmand King. I've had suspicions of his ill-mannered intentions when it comes to controlling the monster creation process of the Spire of Euclid. Essentially, the Gourmand King wants to release a bunch of deadly, evil, nasty monsters out into the world for the Hunters Guild to hunt and kill and to feed him, because he finds the taste oh so yummy when they're oh so dangerous, making him a very selfish, gluttonous sort of creature from the Shadow Veil. So after a conversation with him on his attempts to, I guess, persuade you not to do it, to go on his side when Asmodeus, all Lord of Shadow, invades, after saying no to him, he opens up a pit in his dining room, sends you down here to the pits of the dungeons where all sorts of matters of creatures once were captured over in this location. Someone did a feather fall, which was big brain, smart, good times, and now you've been fighting off against this. Naomi.
Yeah.
Can I get a copy paste on the notes you've written so far, please?
Yeah.
Push his finger. Thank you. Thank you, Naomi.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything that we identified while I was making food last time. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Well, man, that's a lot of scrolling up. Well, it's too late. It's all past. We had a 5-hour combat on Monday, so it's gone. It's all gone. It's absolutely all gone. Scott. You. But
that's what Naomi's notes say, so we're gonna trust her. She's the bookkeeper.
Oh yeah, he's right. Scott's right. It's 2 HP.
We know this bitch was low unless Brett patted it.
No, but
I bet he did. I bet he was like, "You're doing too good," and in the week he just did a montage where he just buffed up.
I could scan for HP.
The montage is just changing HP.
I mean, an HP
1
scan
second
would be
montage.
good. We'll see it live.
I rolled over. Well, I couldn't sleep, and I was just like, doing too good.
Gotta pad the HP.
Quickly. Gotta pad the HP. Summer better not call me out on it either. Well, yeah, there's only one way to find out, and I will tell you right now, as my good honor of a DM, I did not pad the HP. But I did think about it.
I mean, honestly, you said that we were close to the end of the fight last time.
No, don't use my words against me.
Longer.
Don't use my words against me. No,
we could have extended it to have a longer fight today.
That's
It's not too late to pad the HP. We haven't identified it yet.
No. I can't. I'd feel because then if I pad the HP, you know, that just opens up in the future where other players are gonna be like, "But did you pad the HP?" And I'll be like, "No." And it's like, "Well, you did that one time. I don't know, man. Maybe you pad the HP, but I did."
They're gonna ask you to pad it for extra difficulty for extra potential rewards.
All right, I will pad the HP.
Okay.
Plus,
For every extra round that you need in combat, it's another 100 HP.
wait. Plus what? All right, I padded it by 1 additional hit point.
Well, if
Share screen. I think a player should do it. And then I'm gonna subtract by 1. I can't do it. No. Putting my foot down. Not doing it.
did you pad it by 1 HP?
I patted it by 1, and then I felt immediately guilty, so I removed it, and I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. And this will be put in the history. They'll put it on the wiki. They'll be like, BrettUltimus pads HP of bosses by 1, and then subtracts by 1. It'll be like a trivia page. It'll be unfortunate. Thank you, Russ. You are most kind.
You're welcome.
The Russell money.
Russ. Okay. So, you've been engaging in combat. There's a lot of information that's happened here. Big old gangly shadow claws over here, about to do some slashy slash. And we've got Hayo, who's been flying around with wings of insanity and a blade of shadow. Strikey, strike. And that is where we're at. Are we guys ready to press on?
I'm good.
All right. All right. And Momo, are you good? Why?
We share a turn order, so if you're not...
Right, are we ready to go?
Yay!
Yay! Car Momo!
Yay! Cell phone mic! Cell phone mic! Yay! All right, let's do this. Let's go. I love
I
it.
find it incredibly disgusting smelling, so I put my hand over my mouth and it sounds like this. That's why I sound like
Nodders. I like it. This works. I'm into the RP. All right, here we go. Hayo. So, what are you doing? You got a big, gangly, stinky claw. You're covering your mouth. You don't want to smell what the Gourmand King is cooking. What do you do for your turn?
Oh, right.
I have to do things now. You had a shadow blade in your hand, and you've been floating around like a butterfly stinging like a bee. Would you like to resume by attacking the shadow claw?
I will be I will fly up and just out of his range downward.
Okay. So like right over here.
And then and then I will do the attacks of attacking.
Okay. You're gonna be tossing that shadow blade over.
I will be using the shadow blade to hit it.
Okay. Here we go. So you rolled a. I have to. Wait. Pulls up my own notes. Oh God, how was I not prepared for this? Claw. What do we? Let me see what we got here. Conjure turn. What was the clause? AC. Oh yeah, half the AC. Oh yeah, that's right. This guy had like a wacky AC thing. Okay, yeah. Yes. The 13 will hit, doing 9 points of psychic damage over to the claw. The claw hasn't taken any damage so far.
Then I will spend a psionic die to doom +6 or whatever. My die.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Psionic strike.
All right, psionic die time. Let's do it. Busting up over here, looking around. I think it's like 1d6, looking at Io's character sheet. If my boss gets defeated by Momo on a cell phone, I need to rethink how to balance my boxes.
I mean, all it should say is that I've finally played along enough with you to understand my character enough that I don't need to look at my character sheet.
You know what? I'll take it. That's a victory. 9 points of psychic damage dealt with the psionic dice.
Oh.
That's my girl.
Yay.
And then I will multi-attack. I will use my second attack and hit it again.
All right.
With another one.
Striking again with the shadow blade. 16 will hit for 14 psychic. The claw is at 1 health.
Murder it.
Murder it?
I will use a psionic die to kill it.
Oh my God. Momo just killed this claw without even looking at the goddamn map. Look at that. Look at that. 5 points of psychic damage as the claw will slurp back up into the wall.
Mama, you shaved
And then I will
me.
land epically on the ground with my wings.
And then the wings will flourish as Hayo will dip down and land gracefully onto the ground.
And you'll hear a whoosh.
And then a whoosh sound is heard as she lands onto the ground. All right. Hayo, does that end your round?
Have I used my bonus action?
I think you did extra attack, right, with the Shadow Blade? You have not used your bonus action.
Nice. All right. Can I see the health of everybody? Sorry.
Yeah. Everyone's health is visible, correct?
Mine isn't correct. I do not.
That's big. Oh, you know what happened? It's because you guys loaded it in your character sheet. It auto heals. Yeah. Cool. I thought that was fixed. It was not. One moment. I actually made a screen cap so that way I could see all the hit points. Ooh. Yeah, that's right. I know exactly what everyone's supposed to be at. All right, so I'm gonna go over here. Campaigns. So let me set everyone's hit points via D&D Beyond. There. I cannot wait until I'm out of Roll20 so this stops happening. All right, so Dirk's at 101 hit points. Eric is at 120 hit points. Naxi is at 89 hit points. Cicely is at, oh my God, 44 hit points. Valith is at 66 hit point. And then Hayo is at full health. So that should be reflecting on everyone.
No.
Yep.
She'll be back. She is back.
Yes.
All right. So that is everyone's health. Do I need to? I could actually post the map to show everyone's health too.
That would be the end of my turn.
Okay. Oh, what did you want to do for your bonus action?
I will identify something that Hayo will look at Nexie and say, Nexie, or Nexie, what do you think that is? And she'll point at the boss, and she can choose something to identify because I can't see it.
Nodders.
Well, I think it's showing how weak it is now.
Looks at DM, does a nod, please. Yes, I understand. All right, well, here we go. Bing! That's why I was like, I didn't want to be like, we can keep going, and fight's almost done, but then it was time. I was like, all right, we'll wait. That's where I was like, yeah.
Add 1 HP.
No, I'm not doing it. No.
Add 1 HP.
No. No.
Actually, no, add 3.
Watch
No,
me do 39.
Make it
and if you were to add
42.
1. Oh, 42 the answer.
Yeah.
And 40. And me 42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point 0. Okay. So we're going by decimals now? All right. All right. Well, I'd like to do a couple decimals of damage, I think. So I'm just gonna slash at him because he's right here. So, cha. Wow, that hit. Right?
23 does not hit.
Because he has that weird AC thing
We
going
need
on.
to kill a heart.
But there's no heart right now.
We gotta make one spawn.
Y'all want to bet I can kill it without the fucking heart? Y'all want to bet?
No, because I need my money.
You true?
Wait, what's his AC then?
26
Holy shit.
or 25 or 26, I forget.
I should have held my action. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can get it. I can get a 26. No
I
problem.
believe in you.
Nope.
Ah, damn it.
Nopers.
No purse. Okay.
Nopers.
What could I use my bonus action on? Bonus action. I'm gonna bonus action healing word Sicily.
Oh, thank you.
What's the word?
Bird.
Bird? I don't
What?
like birds. They eat fish.
Bird.
They eat fish.
6 health gained.
You're welcome. That's so
Thank
helpful.
you.
I know. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be it.
That's gonna be it. Excellent. All right. So who's next after that? Eric, would you like to go, or would you like the Gourmand King to go?
I shall go.
Okay.
Step on over here.
Oh.
I'm gonna jiggle a superior healing potion in front of your face there, Sicily. You
Ooh.
want it?
Yes.
Do you want it?
Tilt your head back and I administer the potion.
Glug,
That-
glug, 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 glug.
That will be an action. Let's
And I
see
will
it.
use that action.
Ooh! That is.
Ooh-wee.
Well, why are you at 6 health? Okay, that will be. Oh, because I added 6. That's why. That'll be 23. So you're at 73 health now.
Thank you, kind sir.
Nodders.
And then I'll point at the Gourmand King and says, "Shoot him!" And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. A moment. For some reason, something is not working. This side. Oh, that's because my map's frozen on my DM screen. A smile. Refreshing. All right. So before Sicily goes, the Gourmand King gets to strike. And strike too he shall. As everything.
Time slows down.
Yeah, there you go. Time slows down, and this cool thing happens. The Gourmand King will slam down upon his intended target. His intended target was Io.
Oh.
So I will need Gourmand Slam. I need dexterity saves, please, for everyone in that area.
Eh.
Nice.
Let me go ahead and also roll how much damage is going to be happening. And you guys have vulnerability stacks, which means it's going to be extra damage.
I'm gonna be the first one to cart in this hunt.
Gourmand to slam. Fuck. All right, it's gonna be a DC 15. You guys have 2 vulnerability stacks, which means I get to roll an additional 46 damage. The failure will be 57 points of damage. So Cicely, you will take half point. You'll take half of that, 56. You will take 28 points of damage. 57 points of damage will go over to Eric. And then I believe we will be making a dexterity save for Hayo, which I will roll.
It's everything. I just got healed back.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew something was gonna happen.
Hayo dodges out of the way and takes no damage. And just for good measure, a heart will pound down.
1 second, hold on, I just sat down.
Oh, hey. That's okay, you dodged. It was really good. You took no damage. Cicely, it's your turn.
So,
God, I'm so hot.
you know, I'm just gonna scoochie my booty over here.
Scoochie my booty, scoochie.
Yes. So,
Like a dog.
I might be able to kill him.
Dude,
might.
you think you're so confident?
Just
Might.
wait. FYI,
Yeah.
he can only die when he's exposed.
Can he only? Ah, fuck. Was that in one of our things?
I'm letting you know now.
Oh.
That's a bluff. Call his bluff.
Call off with a tail.
Off as a tail. Well, shit.
I'm like choking.
Oh yeah, he has the cord thing up now. Oh no.
Yeah, there's a cord on the heart. That is correct.
Yeah. Should I ask this? Snake, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go?
Remind me of the tether mechanics.
I think we have to kill the tether to be able to kill the heart.
I think it has like 6 AC or something. What were the numbers we need to remember?
Let me
I'm scrolling. 13, 26,
I'm
and
dying.
6.
So checking something real quick to see what you do know. So right now, just because it's near the end of the battle and you've learned enough, and you guys haven't actually seen it yet, the tether removed keeps the heart down. After a certain period of time, he'll pull the heart back up if the tether's still attached.
And the tether has what? How much HP?
20.
It's a baby, yeah.
If you want to nuke the heart, I can go for the tether.
I can't nuke the heart. I can't one turn it. So it doesn't matter. Just if you want to go first.
Go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the tether once
Okay.
with sharpshooter.
Gib.
17.
That'll hit.
Tether.
That'll hit.
Tether's dead.
Tether's dead, so the heart stays on the battlefield.
And then I regular shoot the heart once.
Okay. 19 will hit.
Womp.
For 25 points of damage. Nice.
And then that will... I'll move back one space. That'll be it for me.
All right. Valith.
Okay, I don't think I can get in range of the heart. Unless I dash. I still have my action surge.
I can't see anything.
Now you can see, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I pop an action surge to hit this hard, or do I go for... Oh no, he can't die unless he's exposed. I guess I pop an action surge to get closer.
Epic.
You could have Eldritch Blast if you didn't want to action surge.
So he can't die, but he can take damage, right?
Yep, he'll just be at 1 hit point.
Yeah.
That is a good point with Eldritch. I will lose damage though.
It is
Or
up
you could
to
just,
you.
or you could just hit him and get him lower.
If you think that you can get the 26, yeah.
I'd rather not risk it.
It's fair. Beat up
Yeah.
that heart then, yeah.
Yeah, I'll action surge, action dash, get there, and whack the heart a bunch.
Okay. Let's see it.
I'm ready. Fuck it up.
Fuck it up. Yes. As you slash into the ooey gooey tendrils of the heart of the Gourmand King.
Before I forget again, bonus action Hexblade's Curse on the heart. Second attack.
What's going on? 5 points of damage, that'll hit.
An additional 4 from Hexblades.
Chrome sucks. I'm moving to Firefox.
You should come to Foundry.
Oh, I in phase 3 I'm moving to Foundry.
Let's fucking go. I love Foundry. I love Foundry.
Foundry's pretty pog.
You're gonna fucking love it.
All
I was
right.
gonna censor myself, but no, you're gonna fucking love it.
5 hit points of damage dealt to the heart. And then does that end your turn, Valeth?
It does.
Oh, how much checks do you do?
Additional 4.
Thank you. All right. That ends your round then. Dirk.
Oh God! Don't.
What the fuck?
Bleep.
Blep. Yeah.
Empanadas!
Empanadas coming in with that 24.
Shit.
man,
That was supposed to be reckless, but I didn't declare it, so.
Man,
I'll do it after this.
Dirk is such a badass. He rushes in with a reach weapon. What a badass.
Fuck it, I forgot I had to reach for that. Oh, what a loser I am now.
Down with the empanadas!
Second attack.
Sorry, chat. There you go. Look at that. Ooh, that's a critical miss. Sweet.
The advantage doesn't help?
Oh, did you advantage it? Oh, yeah, you're reckless.
Yeah, I'm
save.
reckless.
17 hits. Yeah, for 20 points of damage.
And then frenzy attack bonus action.
It. Oh!
Ooh. It did.
It did. And with that, the
And then
Gourmand
with
King
my great
is
weapon master and my bonuser
exposed.
action, I can attack again.
okay.
I can't,
You
but I
can't?
wish I could. I
Oh.
don't have 2 bonus actions
He
now.
said bonus sir action.
I'm ready.
All right. Top of the round, Hio. The Gourmand King is exposed.
I'm ready.
You get there's one attempt.
Hyle's
and he
wings will
gains
spread
a
from her back.
1 vulnerability stack.
Oh yeah, this is the one where it's like we have to pretty much one-shot him now.
Hyle's wings will spread from her back, and she will fly forth, facing him head on
Better use
in
that
his
bone stack.
gooey self. And I will attack.
With Vuln stack?
Shit, what does that do for me?
It doubles your damage. You need to use it because it's the first hit on him, and then he'll be poop poop again.
We're using it.
Let's see it. I'm gonna laugh if this is 39 damage exactly. Somehow, some way. All right, let's see you get 1 attack. Bald stack doubles it. Exposed also furthers doubles it. You need to do 42 points of damage in 1 attack. Do you feel confident?
So it's taking ×4 damage right now. I'm sorry.
That is correct. From vulnerability from the damage source and using the vuln stack.
Is it the first time he's hit
Yes.
Yes.
I've got accent surge. I'm ready.
Okay.
Even if I miss the first two, it's going down.
Yep. Let's see it.
Wait, is it okay? Oh, yeah,
42 points of damage. Let's see it.
Gotta do 42, Momo.
Okay, I don't see my shadow dagger.
Nodders.
All right, there it is. Okay.
19 will hit. This is from your one attack. How much damage does the chain dagger deal?
It's not my chain dagger, it's my shadow blade.
Then how much damage does the shadow blade deal?
I'm gonna pee.
All right,
11,
that's
and then
22.
Strike as well.
See it. 1d8. Let's see the psionic strike.
I'm scrolling.
All right, 19 doubles to 38, which doubles to 76 points of damage. Io.
It's my cloud strife moment.
How do you finish off the Gourmand King?
I will throw her shadow blade through its gooey torso, using her telekinetics to pull it back through its head, out and back into her hand.
Did I mishear? Or did you call those hella kinetics? I'm so on board.
Telekinetics.
And with the impact made and the various viscera of goo returned back from there,
She will catch her blade and land on the ground.
And this shadowy figure stands hovering over all of you. Life escapes it as the creature collapses and dissolves into the ground. Shadow Gourmand King no longer. End initiative. The combat is over. With that, you will see the walls just evaporate away of the various ooze and goo that was originally covering it. Just real quick, don't. Okay. So, refresh. But yeah, you'll just see.
Oh my gosh, I'm so warm. I'm gonna take off my hoodie.
You'll just see like all of the shadowy ooze of the Gourmand King just like fall apart around the wall itself.
Is there any?
And one more moment, please. Sorry.
Gourmand goo. Don't breathe that.
Gourmand goo. Wall shall open over in this direction, where you will see a doorway. What do you all do?
I look up. Can I see where we fell from?
You fell 100 feet, so you were deep underground.
Is there like a tiny square of light up above?
Yeah, there would be a tiny, itty bitty little bit of light, just kind of like where to focus your eyes. But ahead is also a door. Out. Up to you.
I'm laying on the floor.
Alf will step to where the Gourmand King once stood and sort of scrape around the ground with his sword. Simply say, pity.
Oh, it has nothing about this was a pity. That was a whale of a time. I really, I enjoyed our time here. It was...
As the 6 seconds fades.
I hate you, Dirk. Ow.
Dirk, for the first time, will sort of just look around, kind of John Travolta meme. What do we actually do now?
You say it was a coup?
Oh shit! Right, they're gonna.
Yeah,
be
I didn't really think
wondering
about
what
even
happened
getting
to
out of
the
here.
Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
be like,
Oh,
why is the
no.
Gourmand King dead? Who did it?
do
You're
we
the
have
people
any,
that were in the meeting with him. Now we gotta deal with that.
Do we have invisibility potions? We could maybe like sneak out.
Yeah, can we
Or
just
climb out the back
leave
window?
and just be like, change our names or something and be like, yeah, don't know who those hunters are.
I mean-
a doorway is in front of you if you could decide to go in that direction.
There's no other exit since we dropped into here, right?
That is correct.
Can we see where we were eating above us, like way above?
Yeah, so like scattered across the floor itself is a broken like tables and chairs and the various aspects of food that have just been absolutely demolished upon the impact on the
Okay.
floor below.
Okay, so if we were to bring in other hunters, they would see a giant, vast shadow pit.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
I mean, assuming there was like no one else trying to hide it, yes.
Gotcha.
Guys, I got the splinter. I walked over one of the chairs.
Oh no! Let me get that out for you. Where is it? Show me.
Right here.
Okay, let me.
And she
got-
finally reveals that she has an eel tail. Get it out. I had to do it the last session. Get it out.
Yeah.
Whip out the eel tail.
No, not the tail.
Okay, let me.
Wait. Is the eel on your head part of your tail, or is that a separate eel?
No, it's a different.
You just have two. Oh, I thought it was like actually connected to your ass. That would have been amazing.
No,
like
I
a-
have
like a
an
second
ass
head.
tail. It's not my eel though.
Oh, all right.
With an 11, does it come out?
Dude, you pull out my splinter. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Eel
Fuck, this is
tail.
fucked up though.
You guys literally got stomped on by a giant, like, goopy shadow demon, and you're talking about splinters.
I'll shoot you.
I mean, I'm just saying, you were like, kind of like tough, and now,
Yeah,
how did you go from
I'll
that to
give
that?
a big fucking splinter right in your foot.
But, you like, I'm just gonna go northwest.
Splinters are painful.
Northwest. I fucking hate it here.
As
At least like when you're giant shadow
Dirk will
monsters
animation glitch into the wall and continue walking in place northwest.
as you walk over through the hallway, you will see two stairwells that descend down. Hear the sound of now rushing water. It
What is
seems
this? Is this
heavy
like
flow.
a archway overpass?
It's like an archway overpass. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Dirk will motion back to everyone else. There's like some stairs over here. Probably the only way out.
Oh, is that water I hear? Hey, Cicely, there's water.
Water!
As you rush over, excited, the smell, the stench immediately overwhelms you as you realize the water itself, once stagnant, was a backed up sewage system that all the Gourmand King's ooey gooiness had been blocking this entire
Oh,
time.
it says poopy?
You know, it's really hard to like type seriously for the RP of my character while Summer's over here going, yeah, poopy!
Hey, hi, there's Poopy over here. Hi, Poopy. Points over. This little like.
cover your nose. The Gourmand King took a big dookie dumpy over here.
And you just see Cicely like motioning over her nose.
Big
I don't
dookie
want
dumpy.
here.
All right.
Eric's still shaky and jittery from the meth. He goes, ha ha, poo poo, stinky, pee pee, ha.
Oh, that's right. You're methed out currently.
Dirk will question whether or not you're raged right now.
Dude, you know we're bringing meth to the boss fights tomorrow. We're gonna get everybody really fucking
Oh,
drugged
this
up.
stuff's great.
You know what's gonna be really good?
Drugged up.
Meth.
Two staircases. There's an obvious choice.
Poo poo, pee.
As Dirk moves to the northwest, he descends down into the poopy stinky. Someone just went off map. I literally just watched someone go off map.
It was Eric.
My God. You have methed out to no clip.
All right. So as you all descend down
It's really hard.
into the
It's really hard to move my token because I have a broken mouse, so it doesn't hold down its click. So I have to just drag it as far as I can.
as see here, as you all take in the stench of the city of trials that has been blocked probably for quite some time because of the Gourmand King's mass. You would continue to go through the depth of the sewers until you arrive to the surface. Is that correct? I mean, there won't be any.
Yeah. Or else to go.
Yeah, assuming there's not gonna be over at this point. Oh,
No poopy dance.
double check, I think. Oh, we're good. All right. So after about an hour of just traveling through this, you finally arrive out to the other side, which is the outside the city of trials. As the smell of nature will once again take you back a nice, lovely break from what was originally, what was the stench that you were in for quite some time. Off in the distance to the south, you'll see the city of trials. But as you emerge from the sewer, your trial against the Gourmand King has at this point come. Now I've got a couple of questions for you all who are aware of. Let me go ahead and get rid of some. Let me get rid of these vulnerability tokens. Now that you've emerged outside the sewer, you guys are actually on the right track of the questions to ask. What now? The leader of the Hunters Guild has been toppled, even though he was a dastardly creature. But also off in the distance is a facility that creates monsters that the Gourmand King had been in full control of. You seem to think over in some time you may have an understanding of how the Spire of Euclid works. With the Gourmand King gone, what is to happen to the Hunters Guild? So, what do you do?
Well, I see we have two options. We can go actually tell everybody what happened. Is there anything else to see at the Spire now that the Gourmand King is gone?
Maybe a way to shut it down or something.
I think finding a way to shut down the Spire is a good idea. I don't know if we should tell the public about the Spire, because that seems like the type of thing that would make everybody go crazy, and then people would try to break in and restart it and yada yada yada.
We can just tell them that he was a monster too, but pretending to not be.
I mean, I think that should be a pretty easy conversation because we could just point to, the giant pit of death below
Yeah,
him.
exactly. But what are we gonna do first? Because, Amasi knew about the Spire, so maybe a few others do. And if we go tell them that he's dead, they might go there and maybe get there before we do.
I want to break a tower. Can we break Spire?
I kind of don't
Probably.
really want to talk to people, so I'm on board with that.
I want to wreck it shit. Not going to lie. It kind
Sure.
of pissed me off.
Your first inclination is to destroy the Spire.
Well, shut down any way possible that it could ever be restarted again, kind of thing,
Why?
Because, I don't know, it feels unnatural to make things like that, to me, personally.
I mean, the monsters are being made from, shadow stuff. It's really weird.
Not originally. But was only after the Gourmand King's influence.
What if it was under our influence?
Oh, well, actually, that's a good point. We don't even know how it's gonna work now that he's dead. Also, this sewer grate is really pretty. Anyway.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Creating artificial monsters to destroy, to terrorize the populace is not my suggestion. But it does make food. If the device could be repurposed, the Hunters Guild wouldn't be needed.
Repurposed how? We just skip the whole part where we have to hunt the things. It just creates dead food.
Perhaps.
So it's just like
Wouldn't that just be like making pigs?
it's just like a farm at this point. I mean, that's not to say that farms are bad, so I don't know where I'm going with this logic why it's bad.
It's not bad at all. It's a great idea. So much food for everyone. Everyone will be happy. No more fighting, no more hunting.
I could be swayed to maybe keep using the Spire if we made enough to have a healthy population and then we continue it on our own. But besides that, I don't like the idea of the tower sticking around for too long.
Well, it's interesting because if it's destroyed, what will all the hunters do?
We've been standing here talking for so long that vines grow over the sewer grate.
The vines
Oh
have
my
been there
God.
the entire time. Looks around.
The Hunters Guild as it exists now needs a new leader, and we have a war to fight. If you wish to give them purpose, give them ours.
I feel like it's a pretty stark contrast from hunting beasts to, giant demonic wars and stuff.
These are stark times.
You think you'll be able to convince them of that?
Alone, no.
I think that's not a bad idea, but who's gonna lead them?
Ah, damn. Sorry. Anyways, I'm listening.
Valeth will, with his sword, point to each and every one of you.
What
Have
do
you
you
not proven yourselves?
Oh, I mean, of course we're strong enough, but who says, we want to fight against all that? Dirk will,
Also, yeah.
gently rub his scythe.
Apologies, but take me off the list for being a leader and all that. I'm gonna help with the big, I'm gonna go help with the little goopy girl that we fought. But leader of a hunters guild, I have obligations back home.
I kind
Finally.
of like trees more than people, so I don't think I'd make a good leader.
Valeth will finally point to Hayo.
What?
The most righteous among us.
What do you want me to do?
What you've been doing this whole time. Fighting against injustice, tyranny, the unnatural.
What does that have to do with me in the Spire?
What becomes of the Spire isn't the point. What's coming needs to be repelled. That can be done with or without the Spire, but not without the Hunters Guild.
It's obvious that we have to fight what's coming. I just don't know how the Spire plays into that at all. Is it a doorway for them? So it just came freely inside that building. They just appeared like nothing was difficult. So if the Spire itself is some type of more than just a multiplier of monsters and horrible things, but an entrance to our world? There's just so much we don't know.
Why don't we run the Spire? Just not make dangerous amalgams. Things that are unnatural. Things that shouldn't belong.
It would be different if those beasts that it creates or natural. But it's wrong to influence a population of animals or creatures for the benefit of others. It's just wrong.
It would be different. We're not the Gourmand King. We're just people. We would make things just to eat them. We would let the others eat them, yes.
Regardless.
Our country has never been hard for food. None of us have ever eaten the monsters before, really, because the Gourmand King would take them. None of us are... Nobody at the Hunters Guild is starving. None of the townspeople are starving. It's not like we need the food.
The problem was too many dangerous beasts.
Eric, you want the lesser restoration? You good?
If I can stop stuttering, that'd be great. We'll stop the jitters too.
Slap him with lesser restoration.
Roll a d20.
Who, me?
No, Eric.
Okay.
The lesser restoration does not work.
Yikes.
It calms down the stutter a little bit, but your mind is racing still at a mile a minute, processing things, strategizing within your mind, Eric.
Whew, it's getting hot. Starts taking off his armor and cloak.
Oh god, he's becoming a stripper!
The issue,
Look what your potion did.
Throw
issue
gold
that
at
we
me.
have is that the Hunters Guild, in its concept, is good. It provides jobs, homes, and food for people, and purpose. That the Gourmand King was not incorrect about. But he was vile and used his own greed to perpetrate some of those things. If we were simply to run the Spire, we would be no better. Even if we only created not dangerous creatures or ones we'd hunt for food, it would be just as bad. No one should have that power. If we cannot find a way for it naturally to create such things where we don't have to be involved, then it should be destroyed. Or at least deactivated so that we can study it. Perhaps we can find out more information about how to fight this oncoming war. But using it to create creatures simply for the longevity of the guild is wrong.
You misunderstand. I'm not suggesting we create creatures. I'm suggesting we research the process, figure out how it works, and bypass the creature part entirely. It outputs matter that doesn't have to be in the form of a living creature.
It'll put food in their mouths, but it won't put money in their bags.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Whether or not the Hunters Guild, well, if they remain to hunt these creatures, then who's gonna pay them now that the Gourmand King is gone? Or if they turn their goals towards fighting the rest of those shadow, whatever the heck they want to take over the world again, or take back the world or whatever, where's the money in that? How are they gonna survive?
Nobody gets paid for saving the world.
There's a whole business model that we're kind of ignoring that has fallen apart now that we've, killed the CEO.
The what?
I don't know.
That's not exactly our problem. Our job isn't to give them purpose beyond the fight to come. People existed long before the Hunters Guild. They will exist long after it's gone. They'll find purpose.
Oh yeah, that's totally true. I just mean if we're talking about leading it or something.
I suppose one question is, if we don't replace the Gourmand King, will he just be succeeded by someone else?
Maybe he had like a second in command.
I mean, if it's
Well.
like replaced by a normal living thing, then not exactly a bad thing.
Yeah. But here's
We need
the
to
main
get back
thing.
to the Spire.
Yeah, I think we need to go there first before we go talk to the guild.
So would you?
Regardless of how we move forward, the Gourmand King is dead. And that is something that we've sought since the beginning. Now we just need to figure out what we can do to move forward. And that starts at the Spire.
All right. So would you march back to the Spire?
Yeah.
Well, right. Another week and a half of marching. Probably long conversation of what exactly would be the fate of the Hunters Guild itself. Probably, what you would do once you arrive at the Spire. But you still have access from within. And now that the Gourmand King, the quote-unquote administrator, is dead, access into the Spire has become rather simple. So, you'd return back to the Spire itself. It remains empty as the water continues to flow within the area over there.
Does my vial of this liquid look any different now that it's been away from the, hole?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Over that week we were traveling, by the way, I probably would have stopped by Atlas one or two of the nights and just updated Nissa
Okay.
on what I saw.
So, returning to Atlas, you actually would not have been able to see Nissa. Apparently, she has gone on her own hunt and hasn't been into Atlas in quite some time.
I tell Manda to tell her.
Gotcha.
I tell Manda to be like, SOS, Cicely has news about your sister.
Gotcha. But you return back to the Spire itself. All the screens seem to be rather blank. The area has been inactive for quite some time, specifically with an administrator who was using the area, now done. Would you go to the room itself where you were looking at how the creation process was made?
Is there any sign of the creatures?
Yes. So you guys walked out of the front door. So those creatures are still, the corpses of those creatures are still around, and it was those dinosaurs that came to life. So they're kind of they're still embossed, so they haven't started to rot or anything like that, but you would just see them just fallen and collapse around this room.
Okay.
Like discarded dolls, essentially. But once you arrive within the Spire and continue over into the administrator's room itself. Oh, sorry. Yeah, what would you do?
So it's still covered with this dark, mucky stuff?
Hold on, let me check real quick. I'm having my Roll20 keeps freezing in my DM screen. I genuinely have no idea why. Yes, it does. If you were to research upon the panel itself, you would see that it's still attuned, connected to the Shadow Veil. So, and that's just kind of where you see it looks like an oily substance from it, but perhaps this is where the source of those creatures are coming from.
Could we maybe look through any of the files of what the name of the old source used to be?
Yeah, sure. Second. I don't know what it is with this browser, but it is hating Roll20 today on my DM side. And so going back from the files itself, it seemed to have come from another veil of power that was created and discovered and currently being utilized by the Atlas location.
Can I collect a vial of the shadow goo?
Absolutely, you're free to do that.
Does it actually
so.
say like the Atlas location?
Yes, it does.
Is like a place.
Yep, that is currently fully being utilized by the Atlas location. It will also mention that the usage of the area itself seems to now be even more utilized by the Atlas location, as it is currently going through what is known as the process of divinity.
Sick. Love that.
But you're uncertain exactly what that means. Originally, this was the source that the creatures were created from so long ago, before it was transitioned over to a new area, a shadowy veil.
Well, old source is off the table as it is.
Is there any way to tell how long this has been here? I know that the people around say it's been here since before anyone can remember.
Well,
You can spend some time tapping the screens randomly since you're unfamiliar with the technology.
oh yeah, there was the date system. It was like, wasn't it dates that predated Io's existence?
That is correct.
When we looked at them
Correct.
before? Yeah.
Correct.
Old as shit, at least 500 years more and more. Definitely before the war.
Yeah, probably. It's been probably well over 1,000 years
God, this shit's old.
before. Yeah, any history, any documented history has happened on the planet of Io.
Is there a self-destruct button?
Is there?
Just
Can
like
you repeat that?
I look.
Self-destruct button?
Is there a big red button anywhere?
Yeah.
Because this
pull the lever.
because this technology is essentially extremely foreign, the things that you would want to do within the Spire itself would take time, like an extremely long time. We're talking years before you would be able to finalize and figure out exactly what to do within this area, whether it be the creation of creatures or the destruction of the Spire itself, or even what Valith said, which is the transference of material into other material and not just living, breathing creatures and monsters. Ultimately, you do, now that you have complete uninterrupted access to the Spire itself, with the ability to seal using Hayo's, essentially from her guiding from the ley lines, you believe you have control of the Spire. What you wish to do with the Spire is ultimately up to you. If you do want, no matter what you choose, though, it will take a matter of probably a couple of years of just figuring out exactly how the infrastructure of the Spire actually works. Since again, this is technology that doesn't really document what can be done, what you can create, etc., etc. So the question is, so the options you guys currently have, unless you guys want to throw more options on the table, which I am open to, but from what you all have discussed, no matter what you'd like to do with the Spire, it'll take some time. It'll take a few years' time. Right now, it sounds like self-destruction is on the table, switching over to a brand new source and creating either new creatures, maybe even a new race of people to create like an army, or the creation of material that isn't necessarily creatures, but actually converting this energy
Product,
into matter. Yeah, products. So,
This is how I became a druid.
so, with that, you're free to ask and roleplay anything you want. But what is the fate of the Spire of Euclid? this area is completely in your hands now.
Hio
Dirk
will,
is okay.
like, she will be holding like her grimoire to herself in the regular head, and she'll kind of look back at Valeth and she'll say, "My thoughts are, if this has been around for as long as anyone can remember, then there's a lot more information here. I think we could process. I want to stay here." She'll look at everybody else. "I want to stay here and research it. The Spire."
Oh, we could open like a Spire store if we ever figure out how to make things out of this that aren't, alive, and we could like sell it. It'll be like novelty stuff.
That's not what I mean.
Oh.
If
Well.
this has been around for as long as anyone can remember, who's to say that the populations of animals that our very world exists with didn't come from this place? It would be irresponsible for us to just leave it here
Well,
and do
it does
nothing.
look like there's more than one location too. And she like points to where it says like the Atlas location and stuff like that.
If we were to stay here and research it and learn all that we can with it, why not we just each of us keep us responsible so we don't do anything dastardly like the Gourmand King did? A sort of council for the Spire.
I want to fill his role. She will sheepishly look up from her book.
We're finally on the same page.
I gave up a lot when I left my shire. Left behind gods that I'd worshipped. Left behind families who didn't quite understand me. In search of purpose. I think I might have found it.
Where are you going, Dirk? What say you about this?
Dirk will like wince, hoping everyone would be paying attention to Hio. Just go. Look, I got revenge for someone that I needed to get revenge for. Gourmand King's dead, and as far as I'm aware, he's the one that set all this into motion. But I'm not sure if all you're aware. I guess I can share this with you. You've been trustworthy, I guess. But Chandame's not dead, and I intend to find him. Good luck with this shit. Dirk will just leave.
Who the fuck is Chandame?
It was a guy he instantly found, love at first sight kind of thing.
Ah, okay.
You're cooler than he ever was. You have a scythe now, too.
I know. No.
Dirk, at that point, departs from Spire, leaving the party behind as he continues to venture out, looking for a former ally, a friend,
Mentor?
interest.
Boyfriend?
But he continues on with his journey. As we return to the if we return to the Spire.
If I could use this place to restore a type of balance that has been so far out of such, I think I could find purpose here.
You'll
She'll
need
furrow her
time.
brow, judgment, looking at the judgment of everyone else.
A really important part of this is gonna be, taking the week and a half journey back to the City of Trials and explaining to them what happened, 3 weeks later, and also convincing them to accept you as their leader if that's the position you want to take.
I don't want to be the leader of a hunter's guild. I want this.
Oh, okay.
I suppose that's what's up in the air at the moment, is what to do with the Hunters Guild. We could just leave it to its own devices. If it dies out, it dies out. If it continues on,
I feel like we should at least explain to them what happened.
do we need to?
Nah, fuck them.
Maybe not.
They see a big hole in the ground, they'll assume something happened. They won't find any bodies.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
It's like, oh, why would the Gourmand King have this giant dungeon in his basement? That seems kinda evil looking.
I mean, there is always the risk that they'll think that we were responsible, but on the other hand, maybe they'll think that we either perished or whatever. I don't know. Can we even go back there if we don't, go explain what happened?
I don't even want to do that.
If the Winged One is to research this place, she'll need time. Time we don't have. Especially without the Hunters Guild.
I have used this ability before in the past, where I proved to others that I saw a dragon. As terrifying as it was, but I could use this ability to show other people what we witnessed. I could create minor illusions of the the Gourmand King, the monsters that came out of these shadowy portals. We can make people see what is coming.
You make a good point. We could show them everything that happened and what the Gourmand King was intending.
But excluding all the parts about the Spire if we need to keep this quiet.
That I would like to do. I would like to exclude the Spire.
So maybe we don't tell them how, but that we found out that the Gourmand King was a monster and that we had to kill him and show them what he really was. But nothing about the rest of the creatures they've been hunting.
We can go back and say that he invited us in. And we don't have to lie.
Just tell a half-truth.
Essentially, yes. It's a need-to-know type of thing. For their safety. Not a lot of the people in that city or any other village or city around would be able to comprehend or quite frankly, not give up. Knowing the things that we know and seeing the things we've seen. So telling a half-truth is much more better.
I think it's more better too.
I agree, she says as she's like furiously typing.
Please be careful.
She's currently looking for the Auroran group chat. She's trying to see if there's a phone book essentially on here. A way of like contacting the other locations or like seeing where the other locations are.
All of which would take some time.
Noted.
Much time.
What do you think, Valith?
I agree. This place is far too valuable to destroy. And it holds the secrets to life beyond our comprehension. currently. You can change all that, but not without time.
Exactly. That's
Can
why
we-
I proposed going back and showing them the things we've seen. That way we can rally the Hunters Guild. They're a valuable thing to put together. That we can use and utilize for this fight.
Can we like agree though not to play God though and make like weird amalgam creatures? Can we do that? Like, can we not make more lava lizards?
That's what everyone here will be. We'll keep each other in checks and balances, as it were.
I don't want any more lava lizards. I didn't like that.
I vow not to create anything that's unnatural to this world.
I have no desire to create artificial challenges.
Likewise.
Yeah,
I
it
just
was
want
all
to be
kind of
able
gross.
to balance things the way they should be. Maybe we could even bring back species that have long since gone extinct.
I never did get to see a dodo bird. My cousin ate them all 200 years ago. Very upset about it.
But imagine, a duck the size of Zurso. Oh, who
I
could fly on it?
would vow to keep things balanced and natural.
Okay.
But we can bring back the dodo birds, right?
I mean, they died out for a reason, right?
Yeah, is it natural to bring
It's-
back something?
It's because my
extinct, even
cousin
if it didn't
Terry
exist?
like ate 5 of them, and there are only 5 left. And that was like 200 years ago. At least that's what he told everybody. He's kind of crazy though.
It would require me to research. And I believe that this place holds the information I'm searching.
And you think you can convince them?
I think I could. Showing the correct people what is coming. Recounting the threats. I think we could.
And we've no time to waste.
I will need to find a way to lock this place.
Yeah, seal it behind us if you can.
What about that guy that was trying to make a deal with us? You think he's gonna care that we're taking over this place?
I'll shoot him in the head.
Is that the synopsis here with shoot on sight?
He's probably too busy with other things and like trying to take over the world to really care about us. Oh.
Alright.
Also, you guys mind if this is like a seasonal job for me? I do gotta go home and like dive below the ocean and be like, hey, it's me, your oracle, and then I gotta spit some bullshit at them a few times a year. Is that okay? Oh
No,
god.
that's fine.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I'm not entirely convinced that the Euclid one should not be the subject of our research.
Is this?
Hey, what?
What are you doing, Hayo?
What kind of is this a language that's written on these
Uh,
buttons?
The language is in the common tongue. But the terminology is unfamiliar.
Could I comprehend them?
You can comprehend the terminology, but it would take you time.
I mean, even if I comprehend languages?
Oh, I mean, if you use comprehend languages, it'll help you understand it faster. But whatever
I'm
you
gonna
just...
use that.
As far as sealing up the tower, you have the connections of the ley lines, and you are actually familiar using your arcane energies. It is well within your power to seal the spire from within, if you so desire.
And to open it again? If I want to.
You want to?
So I can hold the key? Okay. What about, just looking through here, is there any way to denote how these void creatures, like the big Asmodi dick, got in and ringing no goop?
So the only shadow creatures that have entered from this location would have been the Gourmand King, and the Jubilex that you saw for a brief moment. And the only reason why was because Jubilex transferred from what was said to be the Archimedes location, because for not certain how, but the Archimedes location is now within the Shadow Veil itself. And so from there, it managed to essentially navigate itself here to what is exactly what you theorized, sort of like open door for for shadow creatures to get through if they ever found this place. As far as
could I shut the door?
For Asmodeus, however, what you saw was just simply an illusion of Asmodeus speaking to you through here. Asmodeus has already arrived, but he did not come through here. He came through something else. What was the question that you wanted to ask?
With my knowledge and comprehend languages, could I, in theory, find the off switch for the transportation between spires?
In time.
Or would that take time?
Yes,
okay.
It will take time. But yes, you do feel confident that with enough study, you would be able to seal that. With enough time, you may be able to change the source also back to what it was originally. So that it's not linked to the shadowy veil, but this veil of creation, this dietic veil.
Right. How will turn around from the terminal? With time, I could bring this back to the way it's supposed to be and turn off their ability to come through the spire. But it will take time. I can do it, but I will have to come back. For now, I can lock it so no one can get in.
Also, as a note, Io has attuned herself with the 4 rune stones. Io is probably the best of the entire party to understand the workings of the spire. So, with that, would you all return back to the City of Trials to... So is what you'd guys like to do at this point essentially tell the Hunters Guild what has happened and share your stories with them? Or are you leaving them to their own devices?
I think the general consensus between Valis and everyone was that the Hunters Guild was a valuable resource, and we would need them to fight Asmodeus. So I think we'd go back and minor illusion, show them all the stuff, right?
Show them everything that's going on.
We'd be like, devils, they're coming.
Yeah. I would just leave out the Spire shit in my minor illusion.
The devils, they're plaguing this world.
Otters. Okay. And then is your plan, Hio, to return to the Spire alone then to essentially focus your research upon what the Spire can do?
Regardless of if anybody comes with her. That is Wigglerhead in hand what she has decided her new purpose will be, yeah.
Okay. So, with that, you'll return back to the City of Trials to inform the hunters of what has happened and the deception that has happened within the Hunters Guild. And I can give you a brief rundown of what that would essentially look like.
For the record, when you guys leave the building, you will see Dirk's hat on the ground at the exit.
Oh no, he's out there in the world, bald and beautiful.
Oh my god, he's bald.
Oh my god.
We see a tiny shine in the distance.
Do we offer to bring him back with us?
What, the hat, or did you just leave the hat on the floor?
I thought he said he was sitting outside of it.
Oh no! He
His
left the
hat
hat.
was.
He left the hat like Pickles did with his wiggler head.
Hayo, are you gonna add it to your collection of friends' hats?
No, she didn't like Dirk.
It smells really bad too.
You just
Can I
kind of.
burn it? Does anybody want this?
The only reason she took Pickles is because Pickles said that he lost like all hope and purpose, so she carried it with her to finish his task.
Can I send the hat to the shadow realm inside my gauntlet?
Yes, you can. You've gained
I
a
will
new.
do so.
You have gained a new weapon, Dirk's hat.
Oh god, he's out there
It's a stink bomb.
somewhere.
It's a stink bomb.
He's released his bald on people.
Solar flare.
So you would all return back to the City of Trials, kind of like gathering around. It's been 3 weeks' time, so there's been a lot of confusion of what exactly is happening. The coffers itself is still plentiful and filled with gold, but as far as the higher ups are concerned, when it comes to exactly how the guild's been working, it's been pretty much radio silence at this point in time. Would you kind of like gather everyone around, or at least the officials of the Hunters Guild from the City of Trials, and just know what's happening in like a big giant gathering, or would you kind of like let know, like, you know, the hunters and like just a couple of people to spread on its own?
There was someone that was acting as a stand-in for the Gourmand King, like as his point of contact between all the members of the guild and him. So could we locate him?
So here's the issue with that.
Wasn't that a Mossy?
Well, no. So the sort of like chancellor has vanished. So you can.
It was probably just a proxy of his.
Yeah, you could fairly assume that it was just simply the Gourmand King pretending to be.
Right.
A lot of the key figures of the Hunters Guild has mysteriously vanished along with the Gourmand King, which has created a little bit of definitely some confusion. People are still like hunting, but at the same time, they're just don't know exactly what has happened. If you were to ask around, a giant pit would have been found where the dining room is, and underneath that, you would just kind of some people have found like the slimy area, but there's a lot of questions and no one really knows exactly what it is. It is fair to assume though that any of the higher ranking members of the Hunters Guild, specifically the ones that interacted with the Gourmand King, may have just been the Gourmand King himself pretending, as he has literally, as you've seen, a variety of puppets of people that he would use to make the appearance of an organization. And that is, so the coffers are still there. I mean, the gold is still there from what has been collected, but nothing's been generated and nothing more is being. So they're just kind of like letting the coffers run dry. They're kind of letting the hunt go on, but there is, from some of the actual living higher ups, there's that wonder of like, so what happened? Like what's going on? But yeah, the Gourmand King's influences have absolutely spread out to like the Gourmand King influences was just simply, you would theorize, the Gourmand King just making his own things. And as far as Amasi is concerned, Amasi was just blindly loyal to the Hunters Guild as a possible. Amasi tragically bet on the wrong side. That was Amasi's downfall. Was the guild said jump and Amasi would just say how high, and there was no questioning. It was a pretty blind loyalty, unfortunately.
Dumbass.
Yep. So with that, you did mention you wanted to share the fate of the Gourmand King once we arrive back to the City of Trials and the start of the Hunters Guild. Would you do exactly what you said? Return to the City of Trials, kind of use the illusion magic to show what exactly has happened.
Yep, that's the plan. Unless anyone came up with a better one while we were traveling.
All
I'd
right.
go around and tell people, come see the truth of the Gourmand King, and then tell them to show up, I guess, at a time where we're all gathered.
People love conspiracies.
All
It
right.
was like a big hit.
I
I
need
put a soapbox out for Hayo.
so I need everyone to roll a persuasion check. You're in the city currently, telling the tale of what has happened.
Could I roll intimidation?
Are you threatening people to believe?
Well, if we're telling them what happened, if we're telling them that we had a part in it, I would definitely
Then- Then you may.
Okay.
I cast hold person on the
Right.
village.
I play bongos on my own butt. And then I guidance.
Can you wait? Can you ooh yourself?
I can
Yeah, you can
guidance
guide
myself.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't guidance more than one person at a time.
Gotcha.
I apparently focus my energy into the illusions.
That's
I'm not very
fine.
good at being persuasive.
12, 21, 26, 20, and 14.
Well, I will tell you this right now because of your beautiful rolls. Let me can't roll this again. So I'm adding all of these numbers together. Yep. Which came to a 93. So I am now going to roll a 1d100. See the effectiveness of your speech. As long as I don't roll above a 93, you have effectively
It's gonna
persuaded
happen.
the people of what has happened. If I roll higher than a 93,
This
then
man's
I-
gonna roll 100.
if I roll higher than a 93, then the Hunter's Guild was doomed to begin with. That's just ultimately what I've accepted.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with a
Wow.
5,
Yeah.
you
Damn, we're convincing.
as you kind of gather around and sell. Well, and it's not necessarily that you're convincing and good at telling. You're good at selling a story because these are things that you've actually experienced, and not necessarily explaining of what has happened and transpired with the Spire. But there's a lot of things that you have dealt with when it comes to the Hunters Guild that influence your passions and emotions when it comes to this. The Hunters Guild itself literally hunting you down for trying to cover up the truth because they so blindly believed in the Gourmand King, who himself was a facade, was a liar to begin with. To the Gourmand King's fight itself, this giant outer veil creature of giant ooze proportions, that his gluttony has effectively blinded him and was the purpose of the Hunters Guild itself. As you explain and weave these illusions to highlight and illustrate the story, hunters and people that work for the guild themselves, administrators, stewards, hunt keepers will kind of look aghast, because in some way, shape, and form, everyone has had an inkling of doubt, but continued to press forward anyways, because this was their life, their civilization. The pride of the Hunters Guild has been 10 years strong at this point, and every illusion, every part of the story they tell, you'll see their face sickened, because it's not only because they fell for such deception, but in some way, shape, and form, everyone has been a part of that lie. So after you finish your story, explaining how you've defeated the Gourmand King and how you've been essentially idly waiting by exactly what needs to be done, and you do that, especially with the 5 that I rolled and the powerful persuasions that you all have, no one questions, no one doubts. They just look down, dejected. One of the soldiers will look up, and he'll say almost sheepishly, "So, what do we do now?" They look to you for answers. You all who have unraveled what has the Hunters Guild been. You have told the story. Now they hope you will give them the answers. What do you say to them?
It is time for you guys, all of you, to reclaim this guild and make it something that you all can be proud of. It wasn't built on a lie and greed of others. The idea that it is a family and a group, a complete form of people who share the same interests and cares has not faded. You're still here. But now it's up to you to keep it going. You've all had 10 years to create this life with each other. It's not something new. Think of it as if you've finally gotten rid of a sickness you've had. And now you have a new path in front of you, a new life that is all yours.
This woman will walk up. She will simply ask, "But who shall lead of this new guild?" This man will state, "Oh, I nominate the lot of you. You showed us what has been going on and what's transpired. You clearly are passionate about this. Would not one of you, or all of you, help us form this new guild? I don't think we would be able to do this alone. I think we would all feel a bit more comfortable if some of you would stand behind and help us reform I suppose, a cleaner Hunters Guild. One that we all can be proud of and passionate about. One where we know where the guild stands." They all look to you all for guidance and leadership. What do you all offer?
I look around at the party. Oh, perhaps we could, I don't know, temporarily, like spend a few months here, help them reorganize.
You would see the hunt keeper kind of nod a bit as he just walks forward to you all. Make no mistake of it, we are not asking you for a lifelong position, but if the Hunters Guild is to survive, we would need people like you to at least build that foundation, to set it in the direction that would be good for this entire kingdom, so the civilization may carry on.
We are all hunters. It's not like we would just do this for no reason. Of course, we will stay and help. The Hunters Guild is important to all of us. But seeing what you have seen now, there is a lot more coming that is important than finding a leader for our guild currently.
They would all look to each other along with the hunters. One of them will kind of give a heavy smirk before stating, "We're used to putting our lives on the line to protect the people. What's not one more creature to slay?"
I will smile.
Do what's right. Then we can see what the future holds.
Make no mistake. What's coming is unlike anything you've fought before.
A hunter will look over in your direction. We never shied from a hunt before. The threats may be out there and they may be dangerous, but we're survivors. We're hunters.
Then we'll win.
And with that, a triumphant hurrah will echo off into the streets. Even though there has been several steps taken back with the Hunters Guild, it looks like there is actually a chance and opportunity to reform and bounce back stronger than it was before, more aware, with more of a sense of a focused purpose at this point. That even though the guild will take time to rebuild, it may be better than ever than it was before. So,
I will cry
yes.
out with them for the Hunters Guild and for the world.
triumphantly cheers.
We are hunters. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Will you all be staying within? Will you all be staying within the City of Trials to kind of like begin the restructuring and reforming, at least for the next couple of months? It looks like. Io, is that you included?
Well, yeah, but Hayo is also very, like, dead set on studying the Spire as well.
So, a couple of questions for you guys. So, if everyone is here staying, after these couple of months will be up, we're not there yet, of course. But Hayo, this is for everyone. The impression that I've been given is Hayo will return to the Spire, sealing herself up there, since you will require several years of study of the Spire's machinations, exactly how it works, to reverse all the harm and ill will and bad doings, essentially, that the Spire has done. Hayo, you are committing yourself to that. Is that correct?
Yes, I will become the keeper of the Spire.
Is anyone else going to be essential? This is a life dedication, just so you're aware. You're okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Will anyone else be dedicating their life to the Spire? Or does
I
Hayo
will
prefer to
hold the
do it alone?
druid stone and become a druid.
I think because Cicely has no real ties to the Hunters Guild other than she came here to learn how to hunt better. She wouldn't participate in any of this rebuilding of the Hunters Guild at all.
That's fine.
And because of she's elf and she lives for a hella long time, she's got like 500 more years on her lifespan. She'd probably do a switcheroo every month between her people and the Spire to help Hayo out, but frequently going home to do her job back home. But she wants to be there to help Hayo out because she doesn't want Hayo to be there by herself and she wants to help her.
So, Hayo will become the keeper of the Spire. Is that my understanding?
To fight the oncoming war, to bring balance to our land. Something blasting off again.
Valith is very, very interested in the Spire and what it offers. He would definitely want to spend some time there, but the impending war is
not a lifetime, is what you're saying.
Yeah, Valith currently is focused on, I guess,
the Shadow War.
Yeah, and training the guild.
Is it fair to say that Valith would become sort of like one of like the primary leaders of the guild to reform it into this sort of shadow fighting guild?
Yeah, most likely.
He's running the Doomslayers.
Bro, let's go, the Shadow Blades.
Eric, I'm kind of going around. Eric, what would you be doing for your life, essentially?
I think he would find himself more useful in the Hunters Guild, being sort of a potions master, because it's dangerous work after all, and someone's got to provide medicine or stimulants and things like that.
Would Eric also be in a leadership role then?
I suppose in some sort of division of when it comes to botany and things like that, yeah.
He's making meth.
And
he's out there making meth, you know?
Yeah, I stop by frequently to get meth.
Yeah.
And Nexi, what about you? What are you doing for your, lifetime?
Well, Nexi would probably split her time kind of between the spire and the forest surrounding it, and the dragon, if he will have her, as well as the guild. And she'd probably be helping in kind of like
the spire to see the dragon.
yeah, help train the dragon, play with it and whatnot. Get a healthy.
You would get playdates to take it outside, and I would be.
yeah. I'm the babysitter for the mama dragon. And then at the guild, she'd probably take like a kind of administrative, like front desk type receptionist position.
Like not even a leadership. You're just like, I'm the secretary.
So that she can be hopefully a part of the same thing that the gnome was a part of.
Yeah.
She wants to like see everyone that walks in and like greet everybody that wants to join the guild and like that kind of thing.
And just say hello. Yeah, I like
Hello.
that.
I like to imagine that the 3 elves here, we are just Hayo's caretaker when she starts to get into her elder years. Like we all stop by the Spire once every week, be like, "Hi, Grandma Hayo, how you doing? You good? You want us to get you anything from the store?"
All right.
All the ladies at the Spire.
Want some scratch off tickets?
So,
I would
because
find a way to prolong my life.
so well, all right. So let's talk about some things because phase 2 is coming to an end. Phase 3 is wrapping up, and the choices that you make will be forging forward into phase 3. So, essentially between Valith, Eric, and I guess Nexi in some way, shape, and form is kind of like the, Nexi's kind of like the PR department of the guild, I feel like. You all would reform the guild into something, you all have earned the respect of the people of what you've done today, and reform the guild into whether it be some sort of, it sounds more like you guys are reforming it into an otherworldly hunter. Instead of like hunting the creatures that already natively exist, it is now hunting extra worldly creatures that exist from outside. It's sort of that shadow hunters kind of thing. Is that correct? Would that be correct?
I would assume Valith would make this kind of like push for it, and Eric would just go along with it.
Make the Doomslayer snake.
So yeah. I mean, all right. Valith, yeah, so you all, over the years between phases 2 and 3, there would absolutely be new threats that have not only come from different veils, but also off-planet. And so, yeah, you kind of would form this, you go from hunters to actually like, slayers or however you want to name it, of people that are going off and continuing to fight, continuing to fight these otherworldly creatures. And you could name the guild. What would do you have an idea or a name of what you would call this sort of organization?
Oh God.
Uh-oh. I gotta think about that.
Help me out here, Russ. Next.
Stars.
Say stars.
You can
The
also
Avengers wait.
Tactics and recon.
You can also think about it if you'd like. You don't have to answer now.
Yeah, I'll give it some thought.
Okay, because you may actually see their influences in phase 3, over 1,000 years in the future.
I have but one request. If Chandame becomes relevant in any other campaigns, I have to have found him by then.
You have to have found him by then?
Yes.
I'm assuming Dirk would have found Chandame at that point in time.
So the time skip is really, really long, and we'll all be dead by then, right?
That is correct. No one's surviving.
I will have found a way to keep myself alive forever with the Spire.
So, Dirk, once you found Chandame, I would let you know that Chandame, now that Cosmikara has been defeated, and more importantly, the floating corpse of the god in the sky has also vanished during this time, Chandame would just be doing his own thing in a forest, just like living by himself.
You roll up, he's in his like skivvies and his like things that hung. It's like one of the Robin Hood skit where they're just in the forest.
Yep, Chandame would be retired.
I don't believe this to be canon.
Wasn't he a servant of Cosma?
Yeah. And now that his mind has been released, and he would have.
Dude, your hero turned into a loser.
I choose to not have my story finish.
I like
I
to
decline the
imagine.
reality, DM.
I imagine Dirk was walking northeast, finally looked at me. He's like, "Oh my God, there he is, Sean DeMay," and he raises his hand up just to see Sean DeMay in like some suspenders, like cleaning a pot,
like a lumberjack outfit.
Yeah. And you're just like, so you just keep walking fast, like holding your hand, hoping he doesn't see it, and you're just like, "I'll find him," and you just spend your entire life living the lie that he.
You know what? I actually like that. Let's go with eventually I do find him, but it's not my hashtag my Sean DeMay.
It's not your Sean DeMay, so you're just like, that's
so
not.
Dirk will just continually walk
Sean
northwest.
Yep,
forever.
Yep.
I'd like to mail Dirk a letter inviting him to the bottom of the ocean one year if he'd like to stop by.
I mean, if the ocean's northwest, I'll probably end up there anyway. So.
I mean, if you keep going northwest, you'll eventually hit the ocean.
So,
Impossible.
Io.
Earth is flat. What do you mean?
Io.
Yeah.
You will be tapping into the wealth of the Spire, earning all that you can from it. And you mentioned that if you could use the Spire to prolong your life, you would. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, then I've got some news for you.
Oh no.
So you would eventually, I'm assuming you do not want the Spire tapping into the Shadow Veil. You want it to return
No.
back to its original source, which would be the Deity Veil.
Yes.
So,
She essentially wants to bring back a balance so that, because she believes that it does play a part in, keeping creature populace on the planet, and she wants to do that in a natural way of its original, making.
So you want to ensure that there is a natural balance when it comes to the world of Io, correct?
Yes.
Then I will offer to you, now that you have a connection to the Deity Veil, would you want Io become a deity of Phase 3? A deity of nature, balance, and neutrality.
I'm gonna puke. That's so cool. I'm gonna puke.
So, as a lovely addition for those that have not watched Main from Atlas, so far all of our gods that are going to be in Phase 3 are essentially player characters. There isn't a single brand miscellaneous god. They're all player characters, and you would be the third one.
That's neat.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Do you accept?
As long as it happened naturally, she wouldn't make herself.
No, but I mean, with the connection to the Deity Veil itself, you would actually learn a bit about this veil of energy, this pure veil of energy, and studying with the computers. And I'll actually reveal some lore for you as the years will pass on. Within the computers itself, you will of course learn about what you guys have learned about Div and Void, that there used to be a god of light and a god of darkness, or a god of void, essentially. Even when you faced a void star, which was a fragment of the void god. The Deity Veil itself, from what you've transpired and learned, is essentially another plane of existence that has been tapped in by the invading Auroran race, this race of humanoids and people that you all are essentially birthed from. You see, Io itself was natural with this sort of nomadic race, not nomadic race, but this sort of a tribal spiritual race of the Astari before it was invaded by the Aurorans who came from Earth, looking for a new civilization to build. The Astari race was wiped out. The Aurorans came, re-terraformed the planet, and the Spire of Euclid was one of these 5 Auroran starships that effectively was part of the terraforming of Io, essentially. So the Deity Veil that was tapped into, the Aurorans made 2 gods to essentially instill and build, so that the people that would be born here to build upon a religion, and that was Div and Void. Eventually, to the point where humanity would choose whether to abandon gods and kind of continue with their own technological advancement, or to continue worshiping in spiritual and becoming gods, etc., etc. So the 2 gods that are currently in the Deity Veil right now even though they have the power of quote unquote deities, they are not using that power to be god, to essentially be gods. They're breaking the norm. Essentially, they're saying mortality needs to learn the power of gods and needs to. That's how we're gonna grow, is by tapping into this. And instead of there being this weird power structure, it's more like these powerful humans, or mortality essentially from the Deity Veil, will be able to grant knowledge and power to the mortal races. So if Hayo would tap into it and learn about that, Hayo could effectively use the power of the Deity Veil, use the godly power to make Hayo a better place, and not necessarily build worship or churches, if that's what Hayo would want to do, if Hayo would want to maintain that balance. So, aka, you get to choose if you would like to do the standard deity stuff of worship me, or if you would like to be no worship, no. We're doing this for the betterment of mortal kind. So, and that's where we can gain infinite knowledge and continue to move forward with that.
I would love to!
All right. So, with that, a third god in phase 3 has been revealed.
Welcome to the Veil. You're gonna hear a lot of crying. A lot of crying.
Hayo,
you will not sleep.
Hayo will be a deity of, I guess, nature and neutrality. Does that sound good?
She gonna be a druid. She gonna become a druid.
You're gonna become
Shadow
a
druid.
good god. All right. Momo, I'm gonna add you to a little channel we've got on the player channel called God Chat. I believe. Yes, God Chat.
Your God Chat, yeah.
Yeah, God Chat.
I'm so honored.
We're added to that. So, in that time, as you've continued to build off of everything right there, one moment, please. There is one more scene that we have to do. Let me reach out.
It's Dirk finding Chandamay. In his long johns in the middle of the forest, just chilling.
What god does Chandamay become?
Well,
Old
I
man.
mean,
Why are you laughing?
You're well, in Dirk's mind, Chandamay must have already become a god because you can't, he never found him, so he must have ascended to the heavens. That beautiful man. That's where he is right now. He's a god of darkness and edginess and cool. He's a real god. He's the god of real.
Perfect.
In your mind. We have one final scene then. As you all are kind of beginning to work and continue to rebuild the Hunters Guild. Valith, Eric, and Sicily. You all are kind of working over with some soldiers right there. Hayo, I would say at some point, Hayo, you're kind of venturing back and forth between Spire.
I ride my dragon back and forth.
Your dragon will
fly. We fly together.
Your dragon will be accompanying you wherever you go at this point as well.
Oh my god.
I would say Nexi is continuing to keep a friendly face with everyone as she continues to work and keep an order to things. And as you're all working, Sicily, one moment, I'm going to be dragging another player into the channel. Hello, Zarina.
Oh, hello.
That's my wife.
Also known, feel free to log in because Nissa will be in the City of Trials looking for Sicily.
So cool. I'm looking to break some faces. No, I'm here on a mission.
Yeah.
On a mission.
So, as you are working with the soldiers, continuing to rebuild the City of Trials itself and establish the Hunters Guild, or reestablish the Hunters Guild, it's been quite a bit of effort and exhausting and draining, and you almost forget of the incoming shadow invasion until Sicily, you see Nissa rushing over to you within the streets themselves, almost in a panic. It's at that moment you remember, oh yeah, shit's about to go down. So Nissa, just to give you a little history and lore of what you've been discovering, you have been on the trail of your sister Arya for quite some time, with Cicely saying that she would help you find Arya since Cicely has the memory of Arya itself, and you also being a bear understanding the memory, and also all your friends now underneath the mainframe of Atlas. You have just found the location of Arya, and you have discovered that she has transformed into a strange abomination, and so you're like, I'm gonna need people. Is that fair to say? You're like, we need people. I need to get everyone over here.
I'm gonna need some help.
Yeah.
So a couple questions. Now,
Please.
did she find Arya on this realm, or was it in the Shadow realm?
No. So Arya, you have found over at Northern Kathos. Funny enough, by the Atlas crater, in the ruins of Alabaster.
Oh, fuck, we gotta drag her to the bomb.
We gotta bring her to the bomb.
We gotta bring the bomb.
She is so you currently saw her like a shadowy bullet flying through the sky, and like at a crater's impact, she lands outside the kingdom of New Alabaster, specifically in one of the ruined quarters that never got rebuilt. And as you chased her down, you would see her. She is transformed into a giant creature of shadow, a twisted amalgamation. You aren't even certain if Arya is there anymore, but you do know that whatever this creature is that you have spotted, that you have seen, she is incredibly powerful. And you can't, if there is something that needs to be done, you won't be able to do it alone. You do recall at this point that Cicely said that she would be able to assist you and help you. And so, using the assistance of Atlas as well as Amanda, you teleport to the continent of Atropa, to the city of trials, in the hopes that you would find a hunter named Cicely within this random hunter's. It isn't only then that, fortunately, you have marched over and see her is apparently in a position of power, talking with some soldiers, albeit maybe a little disconnected, along with others that you saw within Atlas itself. But yes, Cicely, you see Nissa charging towards. Also, if you have any
Nissa's out of breath, and she her head is currently covered in her cloak, and she looks around frantically, kind of eyes darting around. She kind of sticks to the shadows. I have to find her. Wait. Cicely? Cicely? Is that you?
What? Oh, hey, Nissa! Wait.
Nissa pulls back her hood, and she looks like she has been crying for a week, possibly.
Cicely
her eyes are hollow.
Cicely looks up to the sky and thinks, she's like, wait, Nissa, I had something I was gonna tell Nissa. Wait. Oh my god, I saw your sister!
I saw her too. I know where she is. Cicely, I need your help.
Where was your sister in the Archimedes district?
I don't know, but she's turned into something terrible.
Oh yeah, she hit my friends. It sucked.
Please, Cicely, I need your help.
No, I got you. She's not attached to the brain stuff anymore, but I got you. We gotta get her back. Or maybe not. Or whatever. That's your decision. I'll go with whatever you decide on that front. I got you, though.
If she suffers, I can't stand that. I don't want her to suffer.
Cicely says to the side, ooh, I think she already did. Ooh.
Nissa is looking around. Are your allies here?
I got these two chuckle fucks, and she points at Eric and Valis.
Oh. Eric, Valis, I'm glad to see you safe. I bear ill tidings that my sister's been consumed by the shadow.
The shadow? Well, I'd say you came to the right place.
Yeah, you remember that being that attacked us at the Spire?
Yes.
With the bells? Looks at Eric and Valith.
Is
Okay,
he
I'm-
transmitting or not?
Huh?
He's not.
Now, hell,
Oh, there he is.
You're back.
Hi.
what we've been training the Sentinels for this whole time.
Is that what we're calling them? The Sentinels?
The Sentinels. And we are standing in Sentinel's anchor.
Sentinels of what?
Man, there's some executive decisions that were made.
I like that. No, I mean, it honestly sounds perfect because Valith would be like, these are the Sentinels, and Eric would just be like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, Eric would absolutely be out of the
Sure.
loop on it.
All right,
Please,
there's something I
but-
need to know though.
Yes.
What
What
are
is
we
it?
doing? Are you in the try to save her category? Or because we saw her, she attacked us. She is very far gone. But I'm not going to put her down unless that's what you want to do.
I don't know if the monster wears her face or if she wears the monster. But either way, we'll find out.
Eric finally puts two and two together and says, "Wait, the bell thing that we fought? That's your sister?"
Yeah, remember when I said I knew her?
Oh.
I've been looking for her. She went missing. And when I met you previously in Atlas, we had to part. I had gotten new information. And I had been tracking her. But when I found her, all I saw was a shadow wearing her face. A terrible mask of horror.
All we know is that whatever happened to her happened at Archimedes or something like that. Which,
What?
God,
What happened in Archimedes?
in mainframe, we were told of the other ships' names. I'm pretty sure we were told about
Yes.
the Euclid. Yeah, so you know Archimedes. That was one of the other ships.
Oh yes.
Oh God, I'm trying to get campaign lore. I was like, wait, yes, we did learn that in mainframe. Yes.
you did.
Yes,
you
yes.
did.
Yeah, we were.
Another ship.
Oh God, you know about the ships. Oh fuck. How many are there?
I've seen one. That's correct, Brett. I've only
Yep.
seen one, right?
Yeah, you were in the mainframe.
But I only was aware of the others. What did you find on the Archimedes?
We haven't been to the Archimedes. We know about the
Are you
the
like
Spire.
you're about to say Spire, but then you remembered like that was gonna be kept a secret? Do you still say it?
Nah, she'll say it to Nissa, like out of earshot of the guards, because she trusts Nissa.
He looks around.
Because
And goes, the Spire.
yeah. The Spire of Euclid.
Nissa furrows her brow. She's familiar with that, is she?
Yeah. You would have seen that as one of the ships, the Euclid.
Okay. Well, at the very least now, we should try and collect every able-bodied person we can. I don't know who or what she has harmed on her rampage through the continent of Kathos. But I beg you, please, help me.
I got your back, girl. It's time to fuck around and find out. What do you say, boys?
Can shadow be removed safely from someone who's corrupted by it?
I don't know.
I'll see what I can do.
Perhaps Hayo may have figured something out by now?
All I have is this. And she reaches behind her and extends an arrow, and she elemental arrows it, but it is a radiant arrow, so it flickers with a little bit of radiant light.
Oh, I got this. She pulls out her void arrow.
Oh. Taps arrows together.
Wait. Just thought of a really good backup plan. That's a radiant arrow.
Yes, something
Oh,
I
God.
picked up along the way. Thanks to old friends.
What was it that we weren't supposed to do? Put something radiant in the void bag?
That's right.
I have a good backup plan. I have a possible bomb.
Oh,
Hugs void bag to chest.
Will it involve?
Eric, we might need to blow up the void bag. We might need to blow up the void bag. I'm just saying.
This is where I keep all my meth.
I'm just saying, blowing up the void bag might be a good idea if it comes down to it.
For the record, all that was said was that it is highly not recommended to do that, but you don't know what it will do if you do that.
It might be good, it might be bad. Let's take a gamble if it comes down to it.
Do you have more of those?
Nissa, the power comes from me. She puts the arrow back.
Ooh, not
Unfortunate. You would do well.
Sorry?
Hmm?
You would do well to outfit our troops with whatever magics that is.
Besides, at least, the Radiance, what else could we bring to the table to fight the Shadow? Cicely, what have you learned on your travels?
Oh, not much. I'm gonna be honest. I know that the big bad dude used to be an Astari, and like his people used to be Astari. That's about it.
The Astari. Nissa's racking her brain, remembering from her time in what I remember, Brett, was the Arcane Academy.
Yep, in the Astral Veil,
learning.
the only Astari you knew was Levin before he perished.
So there are more of these Astari. The last one I was aware of was located in the Astral Academy.
So this dude showed up and was like, all of my people are dead, boo-hoo, Sag. But one of the other brain people, the tiny purple potato thing, is kind of creepy. It screamed about meth a lot. I think it helped enable my addiction. Ugh. She also talked about Astari. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the Astari are or how many are left or where the fuck they are. I don't know anymore.
Do you think they have any connection to the Shadow?
Which one? The Astari or what?
The Astari.
I mean, from what we gathered at the you know what, the shadow things are just a bunch of dead Astari.
Oh, that's terribly tragic.
The Shadow Veil corrupts. That could be a clue as to how to dispatch them.
But why do they wish to linger on this plane and cause so much suffering?
It was something about that, like, the Aurorans took over the planet and they're still kind of mad about it, so trying to, like, reclaim their planet or something like that.
It's not fair. This is our world. And they're harming people in it, people I care about.
Your sister and my brain sister!
Nissa
What
nods.
the fuck?
Are you prepared to go there in short time?
Oh god, I mean, sure. Like, where are we going?
Nissa, being a cartographer, pulls out a map.
So
It's a very good map.
So the fastest way that you would return, you since you all are connected to Atlas, the Ultra City of Atlas, you would return back to there. From there, Amanda is able to open up a tear that will take you guys over to the northern Kathos region, tracking one of your ley lines that you have traveled through back and forth, allowing for an immediate teleportation to the northern region of Kathos. From there, it'd be a few days' travel.
No, I've never
explains
been to
the
Kathos.
travel plan.
I've never been there.
I'm actually. Has Nissa been to North Kathos?
Yeah. I mean, mainframe.
Oh, that's where the crater was, right?
Yeah, the crater's in northern Kathos.
Okay.
Actually, your entire campaign was in the Kathos continent.
Nissa thinks of the bomb. Oh. I wonder if that terrible arcane bomb is still there.
There's a bomb?
Yes, it was. I'm not particularly well versed in the arcane, but from what I understand, if something tread upon it, it would cause significant arcane explosions.
Well, where the hell is that?
That would. That
somewhere
would be
near the. Oh, sorry.
No, I'll say that would be a week's travel to get there. That you'd be kiting. That you'd be kiting her over there. It would not be a feasible.
Fair. And Nissa points to the crater and points to where Arya currently is. Unfortunately, similar area, but not feasibly close.
You know, True, I don't think we'd want to drop a bomb on your sister either way.
Ideally, I would like to understand what happened to her. At the very least, I'd like closure. And to ease her suffering.
Is there, like, a reason for the Cicely, like, makes, like, a ding-a-ling sound, like, motion with her hand? Like, is there, like, a reason? It was kind of creepy.
The bells. My sister's, well, chosen a silent path. She does not speak. Generally, our people connect through the mind. It's more intimate. You gain a better understanding of who you're speaking with. She chose to communicate in such a way, almost predominantly. And she loved the music. She loved her bells.
If we get her back, I'm gonna see if I can get her on fishing or something. She needs a new hobby. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Yes, it nods.
So, what would happen at this point before your teleportation? Yeah, go on.
Valeth would suggest that we consult the keeper.
That would
They're
be.
not an agreement.
So here's the issue with that. Currently, it'd be the shadow is attacking like now, so it would be a teleportation to Atlas, teleportation over to the location in Kathos, and a couple days travel. If you were to communicate with the keeper, who is right now in the Spire of Euclid, that would be a week's travel to the north. Adding
no message
precious
by
time.
chance. Could we find someone who knows message?
How long has it been?
How long has it been? Like, what do you mean?
Since Hio became the keeper.
So this has been probably this has been about a few weeks later after that. And I believe Hio is currently over at the Spire itself.
Gotcha.
So communicating with Hio at this point would not provide you with the aid that you're looking for. Nexi would more than likely stay behind to maintain order within the Sentinels, since she would be the only one that would be in a administrative position, essentially.
Yeah, she's just watching at this conversation happening with like a pile of papers in her arms, almost as tall as she is. Yeah, if you got the golem, don't worry, I got it. I got it under control. It'll be perfectly fine. Nothing bad will happen.
Snake, did you reveal like that you had a new patron and like who's about? I can't remember or not.
I mentioned that I was connected to the Shadow Veil.
Oh, okay. I guess Eric would make the suggestion if maybe your connection knows anything of a weakness to dispel it. Shadow, that is.
That is a conversation we'll have along the way.
Nodders.
Right then. So with that, you would teleport. Is that correct?
Yeah. Come, let's return to Atlas.
So as you would shift away and teleport over to Atlas, Nexi, you would be the only one that would remain, continuing order within the Hunters Guild. with Hayo currently keeping at the Spire, learning some more information, probably to be returned back within a few weeks. And Dirk always marching to the northwest and then sailing to the northwest until eventually hitting land several years later back in Atropa. Some say he's wandering to this day, always to the northwest.
I request just being a random NPC that shows up in campaigns for no reason and has no impact on the story whatsoever.
The ghost of Dirk just traveling.
He becomes like a lesser deity.
He's just walking, always walking. Yeah.
The northwestern ghost.
Of
He's just summoned by other random bards.
Through sheer
Ghost of
will,
death
he
that walks on
becomes a
dirt
deity.
road.
Like, oh, this ghost again.
Wait, can we have like a highway next phase that's just called Dirk's Path?
Across the entire planet, that's a lot of infrastructure.
Life is a highway.
So, with a few of the Sentinels now teleporting off to the Kathos region, the first blade is to be drawn against the shadowy invasion of this fallen Astari race that wishes to reclaim Io for itself. The Hunters Guild has now regained its honor, with hunters that have undone the wrong that the Gourmand King has done, and the Spire itself has reclaimed a purpose, with Hayo as its keeper. Atropa, while not being involved within the War of Shadow itself, will have found peace this day, thanks to the Hunters of Io. And hopefully, after some time with the Keeper, this may actually bring a bit of balance to Atropa and Io itself, thanks to the Spire of Euclid. And so ends the campaign of Hunters of Io and
Today's
Spire of
campaign
Euclid. Yeah, so ends today's campaign.
Well, my work here is done.
Thank you guys so much for good
Thanks for running, man.
Yeah, I'm just so happy I can torture Momo with centuries of crying in the Veil now.
Thank you for running for us.
Thank you for running.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you for letting.
That's crazy.
Do we ever find Wiggles?
What did you ever find? What do you mean, Wiggles?
Pickles.
You mean, oh, Pickles.
Wiggles. That's what Nexie called him, Wiggles.
I don't want to make you guys feel bad, but I was gonna Pickles reunion episode, but then we were offline for like 3 weeks, so I
Yeah.
I remember that
working.
conversation. Yeah.
Sorry,
But he's alive and well.
he is alive. He is
I'm not angry at all.
He's alive. He is alive and well, and he's doing his he's doing his best with that. So
What was your guys' favorite moments from the whole campaign?
My favorite moment was when Dirk walked northwest.
Thank you. That also was mine. Mine was definitely the bridge debate battle. That was fun.
which debate battle?
The debate we had like on the bridge where
On the
Shawnee was thrown
bridge?
off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. That was good. Yeah, I
We'll
felt
call
like
it battle on the big bridge.
battle on the nice.
God damn it.
I definitely felt like you guys had a lot of moments where it was like the questioning of morality itself, you know, where it was just like, Jesus Christ, that was, you know, so you guys have definitely had some heavy moments.
The quiet
Mine would
sneaking
be
around.
killing a Mossy. Because for me as a player, but mostly as a character, that was the moment Hayo completely forgot like her past life. Like that was it. She did that, and that was moving forward. She was no longer the girl from the Shire.
Mine was when we went to the rainy city and we were exploring and figuring out what happened, and then at the very end we find out there's a dragon.
That was so sick.
In the ruins where we fought Amasi, I really liked the intensity and all of that before we actually started the fight. It was
Yeah,
just
that was
like
good.
so quiet but
Very
like
tense.
dangerous. And then also in Hunter is the first time that we realized something was super fucked up when first the forest was really quiet, and then when that like the thing that had the bride and
laser
groom
beams.
hanging from it, that fucking terrifying creature coming out and realizing what that was. Those were all such like good atmospheric moments.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, it was a good campaign, and you guys were a delight to DM for. Had some good moments in there, and that's and that you all effectively are going to be influencing Phase 3 in the future, which is absolutely awesome. I always love it when players have the ability to influence the future, so I'm glad you guys.
The meth
Oh.
legacy lives on.
Kind of
Couple of things.
really sad that like I won't be meeting with you guys on Thursdays anymore.
What if my next character follows Hayo? Then I'll just call on you.
Worships Hayo.
Yeah.
Welcome to the God Chat. We get pings weekly.
Fine, that's fine.
You'll get so all the what's really cool about the God Chat, and what I was telling Whoops and
Oh no, you're gonna see mine and Whoops' shit posts in the God Chat. No.
There's actually a God Chat.
Yes, me and
Thank you
Whoops
for
shit
calling
posted.
customer service.
Yeah.
For English, press 1.
Oh, there it is.
If you know your extension directly.
You'd like to be connected directly with Sachi.
Oh no,
press
I
3.
forgot I was wearing mascara.
Here you go. Here you go.
And there it goes.
There it is.
Oh no.
Don't scroll up to the God Chat.
Momo has been added to the Deity chat. Also, good news for you, Momo, because you are access the God Chat. I posted the first version of IO's Phase 3 that is actually being composed by like a video game composer, the one that did the soundtrack for Monster Train. So you get to hear the preview of what Phase 3's theme is gonna sound like. You get that. You get all the things in God Chat. So there you go. You get to enjoy that.
You also have the cursed knowledge that the two other gods have bunny tails that I remembered last second for whatever weird reason.
Nodders.
Yeah. Listen, there's a gambling boat. We got armor. The armor had bunny tails. It's fine. We killed goblins.
So, but I'm happy we are expanding our gods, and that it is more PCs, more player characters. So that is that's awesome. Would you guys like to check out some fan art one final time?
Yes, please.
We're gonna start with a freaking powerhouse. I'm sharing the screen right now. Can we look at this, Sicily? Holy
Whoa, let's go.
Sorry.
Smile.
I like the bow. The bow's coral.
Yeah, that's from
Oh, wow.
Joe, who's been coming in strong, like good God. And yeah, here we go.
Incredible.
Joe is a god.
Yeah, this art
Oh
is.
my
that's sick.
god.
The power.
That's a big arrow. That's a javelin.
That's hey, the damage
Dragon
that
Slayer, bro.
Sicily was rolling. I
true.
believe it.
I'm ready to destroy Arya
Oh
tomorrow.
man, am I getting sad now? It doesn't matter what your ends are. Your means matter. Your means matter. Putting down the Wiggler head. Oh my
Don't worry,
god.
Pickles. I took it. I took it to the end.
I kept it with me though.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Sick halberd, bro.
Holy
Awesome.
shit.
You know, I really love the detail Joe has been putting on every characters, including this one with Eric. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's cursed.
All right, Serena, you learned that meth can
eyebrow?
up your dex.
Oh, boy.
I hate
You
to
learned
point
that
this
meth
out.
can up your dex.
And
We're
strength.
getting high. We're getting high before. Oh my god.
Excuse me, Brett. One myth, please.
One meth, please.
I really hate to point this out, but your eyebrow on his left eye, the right side of the picture, looks like a nose. So it looks like
Oh,
the
I see
eyeball's
it
just
now.
in your mouth.
Oh no! Oh,
You're just like resting your head.
oh no! Oh no!
God, that's like one of those old optical illusions. That's all I can see now.
Oh no, that's a really detailed nose. That's a good nose. That's a good nose. That's a good nose. And Serena, this one was for you. Apparently it was posted back at September 23rd. So there you go.
Yes.
I'm young.
No, it's the old group.
Oh, I'm young. I'm old. I'm short. I'm both of these.
I'm dead inside.
Can I guess what Bofidy's last name was?
I don't think both of these had a last name. It was
nuts.
Nuts.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
Definitely nuts.
Dude, oh god, I keep forgetting both of these is immortal now. So now he's gonna be writing so many rocks, dude. He's gonna come out with so many books.
It is going to be an absolute revolution of underground literature.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much again for letting me DM you. This is the first campaign to wrap up our phase 2, and it's been an absolute delight. So once again, thank you very much for playing. I have been your DM, and I will see you guys again, hopefully in the future for another game.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Smile.
What am I gonna do now?
Oh, Momo. All
Play more
right.
D&D.
Play more D&D. Woo! All right.
Woo!
Goodbye, guys. And I will.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna
Bye,
see.
Brett, thank
I'll
you.
see Russ, Snake, Zarina.
Do I get my
And-
+2 blanket?
You get Momo. You get
+2.
You get a +3 blanket.
Yo.
We're jumping
Yo.
you.
Blanky.
We're jumping you ahead. But yeah, for those that are fighting the shadow, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Okay?
I gotta go to bed early, so wake up.
Yeah, same. All right, bye guys. Have a good one. Bye bye. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, that wraps up Spire of Euclid. Oh, I gotta wrap up 3 more campaigns. Whew. Man. There we go. There we go. Thank you guys so much for playing. I appreciate that and watching. If you guys like to support the World of IO, head on over to the Patreon. Patreon.com/World of IO. We got a lot of cool stuff that's coming out. And your support now more than ever is greatly appreciated, because phase 3 we're putting a lot down. We're putting a lot down for phase 3. So absolutely go. Absolutely check that out. And yeah, so and we got various tiers, MP3s, art development, game master notes, all of that we placed over there. So thank you very much. If this is your first time watching an IO campaign, strange time to start watching, but this was the finale for Spire of Euclid. Head on over to youtube.com/World of IO and make sure you go check it out and be over there. And yeah, watch the playlist. Starts with Hunters of IO and continue on. Join our Discord, join our lovely, caring, beautiful community. And if you'd like to support even further, you can purchase some merch over at BrettUltimus.com. So yeah, weekly schedule doesn't say finale after goblins. Does that mean goblins are getting one more after fight? Yes, they are. Everyone relax. Yeah, I mean, that's, you guys don't know next week's schedule because next week hasn't happened yet. We still have to wrap up Brawn and we still have to wrap up Goblins. So, but yeah, this, so the last sessions is the final fight tomorrow from 1 p.m. EST to 10 p.m. EST, a 3-part Battle of the Shadow Invasion where 3 parties will face off against 3 Shadow Lords, with the grand finale being against the Papa of all Shadow Devils, Asmodeus, at 7 p.m. The scene that you just saw was the build-up for Jublex. And yeah, so that fight will be starting immediately at 1 p.m. EST with those that have joined, along with some members of Brawn. It should be a fun time. Then from 4 p.m., we're going to go into the Ashura fight. And then at 7 p.m. is Asmodeus. Saturday will be the Misdemeanor finale. Tuesday will be Bronze finale. And then Goblins of Io will be the Goblin finale, as well as the final session of Phase 2. So thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate you all very much. I will see you all tomorrow, 1 p.m. EST, for the big 9-hour D&D session where our parties will be facing off against 3 Shadow Devil Lords. Talk to you all again. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a lovely day. Bye-bye now.